Hello, D-Rock here. Welcome to the channel. When you think of the desert, barren wasteland comes to mind. However, that's not so, especially in high desert country. True, resources are few and far between in this terrain, but people have thrived in this environment for thousands of years. Keeping this in mind, I decided to head into the Arizona desert and have a look. I had been studying a certain area that looked promising, knowing that there were multiple springs in the area which meant humans would have been around. I also noticed the area had lots of small drainages flowing to a central point. Now I'm talking enough drainages to create a good-sized pool at the central endpoint, and with a little effort, damming this up might have provided a reliable water source during winter or spring months, allowing some small-scale farming during the summer. When I got out to this spot and had a good look around, I discovered evidence of a prehistoric village, or at the very least a hunting camp. And I based that on the amount of pottery shards, habitation ruins, and also a large chamber or kiln that was used to cook food, roast agave, and probably fire pottery. There were all different styles of pottery shards in this area, from plain pottery to corrugated to black and white painted, and finally decorated redware. This indicates the site could date back as far as the Basket Maker 3 era, which is around 1500 years ago, and it probably goes back farther than that. I also came to this thought about the time period since I discovered some rock art, which looks to date the site to the general time period as well. I found evidence of structures on top of the drainages also. Personally, I think the entire area supported some type of habitation for thousands of years. Maybe it was semi-nomadic since there was easy access to deeper canyons close by, which would have been good to ride winters out in. It was profound to stand in an area that was in the middle of nowhere, Arizona, only to realize that at one point in history this was actually in the middle of somewhere. Certainly something to contemplate. So please join me as I head out into the desert and discover what once was. So what do I look for to give me an idea when I'm out here like this, just kind of in the middle of nowhere? I look for, number one, like springs, if there's a water source. And then kind of when I'm stumbling around in the desert, I look for anything that could have been like a human-made habitation, you know, rock stacking, anything like that, like a foundation. Another good thing is if you notice like an abundance of lithics or flint knappings, that's like the chippings, when you can gives evidence of like tool making. Doesn't mean people were living there, it just means they were hanging out in the area. So kind of a few things I look for, and you know, a lot of times you're just out wandering around for miles and you don't see anything, and then sometimes you just happen upon it. So it's, you know, it's a game of chance sometimes. So this is kind of what catches my eye when you see something like this. Just out here, there's no stones, and then all of a sudden there's, looks like what could be some type of foundation or structure. You see how it goes along there? And that's actually not a foundation. If it is, it looks suspect to me, the way the rocks are, especially when you got one jutting out like that. It could be nothing, but it could be, you know, something, but it's not like what it is buried, and so the sands have just filled it all up over a millennia. So if there's something like that around, which lends itself to, it could be, you know, the ruins of some type of habitation or something like that, then I'll stick around and I'll explore more. There's a lot of land to walk over, but you know, that's how you come across things. This might have been a good spot. I mean, there's lots of drainages going down right here, all in this area. There's like small finger canyons you can see here, there. So a lot of water would be draining into this area. I mean, there might have been some type of small scale farming. Ooh, there's a whole bunch of deer down there. So I've seen evidences out here in the desert where prehistoric peoples have constructed things to catch rainwater, flowing rainwater. So it very well could have been done in this area, because like I mentioned, here we're walking into one of the drainages now. There are lots of drainages going into this area. So I just came out of this finger and I'm about to go down and over this finger, and there's a rock overhang here and looks like there's some up here. So what I'm doing is just kind of investigating the overhangs. And I'm not seeing anything around that. All right. Coming up on top, there's this nice overhang. Nothing painted or scratched to the ceiling of this. And a lot of times if there was anything carved into the rock or painted, and we're talking thousands of years ago, there's a good chance it's extremely faded and you walk right by it and not even see it. I've done this a lot of times. So sometimes you just gotta take the time and really examine to see if there's any signs, because they could be extremely faded and illegible. Whoa, there's a big overhang right here. Yeah, that looks suspect. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we got signs here. There's definitely the way the rocks are. Look at this. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, those rocks were put like that. This might have been a spring actually. You can see there's plants. This might have been a spring at one time, or sometimes, but well, actually it's starting to make sense now. This definitely was a spring, and these rocks were probably placed here to catch the water, to barricade it up so it didn't flow out. So that might have been a nice source of water at one point. Okay. Oh yeah, look at that right there. That might have been a tool. Okay. We definitely got, definitely got. See that? That right there? That is pottery. Yeah. It's all coming together now. So, oh yeah, look at this. More placed rocks. Look at that. Flat rock right there. That might have been a metate. Oh yeah. coming together. It is definitely, looks like these rocks are placed. Oh man. Yeah, we're into something. There's more pottery right there. And there's lithics and flint knappings all over the place. Okay. Yeah. Well, when you put all that together, this is definitely signs of something. People were hanging out in here. Well, as I said, there's a water source right there. And if it was producing consistently, people would have kind of established themselves around it. I feel like if there was a water source, then there'd have to be some type of, if people were hanging out here continually, I feel like there'd have to be some type of rock art around. Something, a carving, a painting or something. So I'm gonna kind of take my time and investigate pretty thoroughly this area here, and then the next one, because there's some larger overhangs. So oh yeah, definitely got evidence of some type of structure right here. The rocks the way they are. So this might have been some type of dwelling here. You can just you can see it coming out. This would have definitely, oh yeah, you can tell by the rocks. That it was formed out. Yeah, I think we got a little village here. So I don't know if this was like continually inhabited. It might have been a seasonal spot, you know. Who knows? Maybe it was at one point. Yeah, there's lithics right here. So there's evidence of tool making, and there's evidence, well, there's pottery, so there were vessels to hold water, food, and stuff like that. Yeah, see, there's more pottery right there. Oh yeah, we're definitely in a probably a prehistoric village here. Well, this is good news. We got lots of evidence. People were hanging out here, and visible remnants, ruins, or structures, ruins of structures. So yeah, this might have been a small village, or a seasonal camp at least. All right, I'll work this. If you run into anything, sure looks good. So I was just over here. Actually, that spring was on the other side, or dry spring. Come on. Oh. Oh. And there you have it. There you have it, folks. Oh man. Oh wow. Okay. Look at that. You got petroglyphs and painting. And that is definitely basket maker style right there. Zoomorphic figures, anthropomorphic figure. Whoa. Okay. All right. We found rock art. That's amazing. Put some shade on that so you can get a better idea. Yeah, that's definitely basket maker style. What era of basket maker? I don't know, but I'm under the impression this is really old. Wow. That's incredible. So the paintings are right here, and then just below them, I mean, there's definitely evidence of a structure, ruins. There's rock ruins here. So this is exciting. Wow. Those glyphs are probably over 1,000 years old. Maybe even older. Maybe a few thousand years old. I can't believe that paint's still vibrant, because it's definitely in the sunlight quite a bit. Look at that. It's red and yellow. Let me get some shade right there. That's just, man. Whenever I find paint, I'm more floored than the petroglyphs, because it's painting. And that's, there's evidence there's painting there too. Painting over the petroglyph. So, yeah, there's evidence there's painting over the petroglyph. So who really knows how old this is? It's anybody's guess. There's broken pottery everywhere. It's corrugated, if I'm correct. I think a lot of times, oh wow, look at that. There's some flaked obsidian. Oh yeah, this is a really bumping spot for a minute. Oh yeah, look at that. There's painted pottery right there. Man, there's pottery everywhere around here. Ooh. What does that tell you? I wonder if they were making pottery here. So I'm just below the petroglyphs and painted, and there's other stuff carved into the rock to the right. But I got a dog here on my way. Get going, get. So I don't know if I can really pick that up really well, but there's an image I think carved here and just to the left of it. But it's so old it's almost illegible. There's also looks like there's paint right here that's faded away. But I'm not seeing any other rock art. Yeah, definitely got stacked rocks. You can see right here. There's plenty of evidence that there were structures here, and from the amount of pottery, you know. So you can definitely tell that those rocks right there were placed. And you can see right here, this was something. I don't know if these big boulders were placed, but the little ones around it definitely were. So there might have been like some type of roofing or something extending out. Oh no, it is very, very interesting. See, look at that. You can see here, there's rocks placed on top of rocks. So this whole thing might have just been like one large little pueblo. Oh, it's a good spot. Huh. This is all like ash. Oh, what's that? Whoa. Whoa, what the? Look at this. What is that? Well, that was made by a human. That's weird right there. There's more corrugated pottery right there. What's this? Oh, those rocks were stacked. Whoa, look at that. Oh, what? Look at that in there. They were having fires in here. Whoa. The whole thing's black from soot. This might be a huge agave roasting pit. But, whoa, that's incredible. You can see how the rocks are stacked in there. Look at that. Oh man, this is crazy. This is some type of roasting pit. Maybe they were firing off pottery in here too. Yeah, this is incredible. So this is some type of kiln or something. I don't know. There's bones back in there. There's pot shards in there. So they might have been making pottery in here. They might have been cooking food. They're probably doing it all, roasting agave. Who knows? But it was used for all that kind of stuff. I want to show just some examples. There's definite evidence of structure here. You can look here. Notice the stones placed. This might have been a wall here. And if that doesn't make you a believer, walk right over here. So this is probably a mini room structure, to be honest with you. We still got some visible here. Yeah, the sun. Give you an idea. That. So this whole area that I'm in, and just over there is the petroglyphs and pictograph. This is all probably a multi-walled structure of some sort, and it's just the ruins, the rubble. There's still some left. Sand's filled it all up. Yeah. Fascinating. This whole area was probably some type of pueblo. Pretty cool. There's pot shards everywhere. Flint knappings. This was there were, I don't know, it'd be interesting to, I'm trying to imagine what it looked like. There's an awful lot of rubble right here. There's the petroglyphs and pictograph. Pot shards everywhere. There's a big old kiln over there, obviously used maybe for making pottery, definitely for cooking foods. I don't know, hunting camp, but there's evidence of structure. So maybe something a little more permanent than a hunting camp, but it's definitely a spot worth contemplating for sure. And it had significant meaning because we have all these things here. Oh, and there's all kinds of styles of pottery. I'm seeing pottery shards. I'm seeing just the old, just typical stuff, the corrugated stuff, the painted stuff. So I'm thinking that there were different occupations here in this spot throughout the millennia, because it's got examples of with the different pottery, you know. So yeah, it's amazing. It's really amazing, man. So anyway, we're gonna continue to kind of meander around and have a look in the area, but this was a very successful day, and we stumbled across something that was well, it was something important for some people at some point in time. There's evidence of that. So folks, thank you very much for watching. I've got lots more content on the way. If you are new to the channel, please consider subscribing. It helps us out tremendously. It's free. And we'll continue the adventure. We will see you next time. D-Rock out. Adios.